Got a quick question for you. Have you ever said yes to something only to feel resistance rise the moment after? It's like your soul was ready but your body wasn't. Well, if that sounds like you, you're in the right place. Well, hi, my name is Nina and I want to welcome you to Soul Sparks Echoes of Self. Now, whether this is your first time joining me or you've already explored the first Soul Spark, I'm truly glad that you're here. I also want to welcome you back to my outdoor office. Well, spring is here, so we may be joined by a chorus of birds, and I just reckon we should let them be part of our time together. And as timing would have it, the macadamia farm next door is in mid-harvest. But hey, that's life. We've just got to get on with it. Now, Soul Sparks Echoes of Self isn't about me teaching from above. It's about walking beside you. This is a space for remembering what your soul already knows. Think of it as a mirror held gently, not reflecting perfection, but recommending and reminding you of your truth. Now, in our first spark, we explored the power of saying yes to that brave moment when you chose to honour change and step toward what it was that you want, even without knowing what would come next. And now, here you are. This is the moment where resistance often appears. Perhaps your yes was followed by hesitation, or fear, or stillness. This is that in-between place, the moment after the decision, when the soul says, I'm ready, but the body's whispering, nah, not yet. If you find yourself pulling back, second guessing, or stuck in that pause, please know there's nothing wrong with you. This isn't weakness, and this isn't failure. What you are feeling is completely human. That yes, the one you spoke, whispered, or maybe only felt silently within yourself, changed everything. It may not have been loud or certain, but it was enough. Enough to shift something inside. Enough to mark the beginning of a new chapter. Saying yes to yourself is one of the bravest acts you can choose. It honours the part of you that longs for more truth, more freedom, more life. And even when the path ahead isn't clear, that yes sets everything in motion. It might sound like, I can't keep living like this, or the I want more. And maybe it's, I don't know how, but I'm ready. Now, maybe you lit that spark a month ago. Maybe it was this morning. Maybe it's still flickering, delicate and unsure. But here's what I want you to know. Saying yes, even once, shifts something deep within. It doesn't mean you know the way forward. It doesn't mean you're fearless or fully prepared. It simply means you turned toward yourself and said, I choose me. I choose healing. I choose life. And even if your body whispered, but what if we fail again? You still hit the match. And that's not small. That's everything. So before we step into resistance, I want to pause here. Let your heart remember. Let your body feel what it felt like to hope. Because before resistance shows up, there's always a soul daring to dream again. Take a moment to acknowledge your yes. Hold it gently. Celebrate the courage it took to say it. That single spark is proof you are already becoming. You said yes, and for a while you may have felt unstoppable, lit up, ready, certain. And then without warning you paused, doubt crept in, the spark dimmed. Now you intended to take the next step, but somehow it didn't happen. After the yes, many people expect momentum to build quickly, forward motion, change happening, life shifting. But what often comes instead is a pause. Now that pause may look like procrastination or hesitation or even shutting down. It may feel frustrating, as though you've lost your courage or taken a step backward. But that isn't really what's happening. This is the moment I want to honour, because the wait that follows the yes is sacred. This is your body's way of saying, I need time. It's not resistance, it's reverence. And by reverence, I mean respect. Your body respecting the process, respecting the need for safety, respecting the sacredness of change. It isn't failure, it isn't laziness or weakness. It's your body asking, am I safe to move forward? Is it okay to let go of what I've known, even if it hurt? Can I trust this new chapter won't harm me like the last one did? Resistance is not disobedience, it's a request, a quiet call for compassion, not force. We've been taught to bulldoze through it, to push harder, to shame ourselves into action. But here's the truth. When our self-esteem feels fragile, when our confidence in our choices has been shaken, the weight of pushing through can feel impossible. If we label hesitation as weakness or failure, our self-esteem sinks even lower. But what if we didn't carry that expectation? What if we listened instead? What if resistance was not a dead end, but a doorway? This is where the real work begins, not in the leap, but in the pause. In choosing to stay present with your fear and stillness rather than abandoning yourself in frustration. The pause is not a problem. This is where your nervous system catches up to your soul. Now, your nervous system is designed to protect you. When you've carried fear, stress, or trauma, it doesn't always leap forward at the same speed your soul does. Instead, it pauses, recalibrates, and asks, am I safe to keep going? So if you felt yourself slowing down after your yes, take heart. This is not failure, it is recalibration. Your whole system adjusting to a new way forward. What if resistance isn't here to stop you, but to protect you? The ache, the pause, the stillness, it's not a sign of failure, it's your body remembering. Sometimes resistance is the voice of the younger parts of you, parts that once learned it's not safe to change. Being seen is dangerous, and if I'm not perfect, I'll be abandoned. We don't only carry memories in our minds, we carry it in our breath, in our muscles, in our posture, even in the way we hold our silence. So when your soul says, let's rise, let's grow, your body may quietly answer, am I safe to follow? Think of it like a cautious child reaching out for an adult's hand before crossing the street. Your soul knows the way forward, but your body needs reassurance that it's safe to take the next step. For those who carry trauma, that pause can feel heavier. This is not because you're broken, but because your body learned to hold on tightly. And that holding was once protection. Now it simply needs gentleness to let go. It isn't about conquering resistance. It's about companionship, walking hand in hand with the parts that had to stay small and letting them know it's safe now. You're safe now. So when resistance shows up, don't treat it as the enemy. See it as an invitation to slow down, to listen, to bring all of you along. We live in a world that craves certainty, clarity, and quick results. But true becoming, it's rarely neat. It's always non-linear and usually full of paradox. You can crave growth and still feel terrified. You can long to be seen and still hide. And you can say yes with your soul while your body pleads for pause. Both can be true. Neither makes you wrong because you weren't meant to be all one thing. You were meant to be whole. Picture yourself on a bridge. You've got one hand reaching for your future and the other hand clinging to the past. You feel the pull in both directions, and for a moment you simply breathe in the middle. That moment matters. It's where self-compassion begins. It's where you whisper to yourself, it's okay to feel unsure. I can hold my fear and still honour my readiness. You don't need to be all in, all at once, because you're not here to prove anything. You're here to just be. Allow yourself to sit with the fear, the pause, and the spark. You're allowed to move slowly and hold both. And yes, we can hold the yes and we can hold the wait. So pause, breathe, ask gently, what do I need to feel safe right now? Because this is healing, not perfection, not performance, it's presence. When resistance rises, our instinct is often to fight it, push harder, prove our commitment, or shame ourselves for not doing enough. But healing doesn't come from force, it comes from flow. Real change begins with tiny shifts, sacred, gentle choices that tell your nervous system, I'm listening, I'm here, we don't have to rush. Instead of asking, why am I stuck? Try asking, what's one small, safe step I can take today? What does my soul want right now? What is my body afraid of, and how can I reassure it? These steps don't have to be grand. They may look like just writing a single sentence in your journal. Maybe sitting in silence for 30 seconds with your hand on your heart. Why don't we speak one honest truth out loud? How about drinking a glass of water with intention? Or saying quietly, I am allowed to want more. Each small act builds trust between your body and your soul. Each one turns resistance from a wall into a doorway. And if you're wondering, is this just procrastination? I want to offer you something here. Procrastination is often a sign of disconnection from your body, from your purpose, from your why. But these gentle steps, this presence, this is preparation. You're not avoiding the work, you're creating safety to hold it. That's not procrastinating, that's healing. Now, if you feel caught between readiness and resistance, between longing and fear, between that spark and stillness, you're not alone. You're not behind, you're human. Transformation isn't linear. It's a spiral, it's a dance, it's a remembering. Now, some days your soul will burn bright. Other days your body will ask for coolness and quiet. Both are sacred and both are part of the path. You said yes, then you waited. And in the waiting, you didn't fail, you were listening. You were loving the parts of you that needed more time. Let this be your reminder. You are not stuck, you are unfolding. You are learning to move with grace, to honour the whispers within and to walk the peace and pace of trust. Let yourself be slow, let yourself be soft, let yourself be enough, even in the pause. And remember, I trust the timing of my body. I honour the wisdom in my resistance. I am still becoming, and I am enough. Breathe that in. Let it settle. And let it spark something new. If today's Soul Spark spoke to something inside you, I'd love to invite you to explore the companion eBook. It's filled with gentle questions, embodied reflections, and deeper prompts to help you walk with your resistance rather than against it. Whether you're paused, moving slowly, or still finding your rhythm, this space was made for you. Now inside you'll find ways to listen to your body's wisdom, honour your nervous system, and take kind, brave steps towards yourself. Think of it as a soft place to land when the world, or your own unwanted expectations, feel too loud. You'll find the link in the description below. And subscribe if you'd like to join me for the next Soul Sparks, Rewriting the Mirror. This is an invitation to see yourself through a new lens, one filled with truth and tenderness. Now there are a few beautiful ways that we can keep walking together. You can explore the guided meditations here on the YouTube channel. Now each one is created to help you reconnect, release and rise. Or you could visit my website for my blog, The Unmuted Truth. There's also free resources and reflections. And if you're ready for deeper support, I do offer limited one-to-one coaching spaces where we explore this work in a powerful and personal way. Now, everything I offer is designed to help you move forward, gently, honestly, in your own time and in your own way. So until next time, honour the pause, trust the yes, and know that even in the waiting, you are becoming. And from here, in my garden, my outside office, I send you the biggest and warmest of hugs. Thank you so much for being with me today.